Hi everyone, I have a silly book for you today, and I'm not going to tell you the title. You're going to help me figure out the title. The title is these big white letters right here, and we're going to use our sounds. Remember when we get to the C and the K that they make one K sound together. Ready? Help me read it. S, t, a, k, stuck. Okay, and if you look closely, this boy is looking up at the tree. This book is by Oliver Jeffers, which is the same author from our book yesterday. And so he's the author, he wrote the words, but he's also the illustrator. He made the pictures. Okay, let's read Stuck and see what this little boy has that gets stuck up in a tree. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. So there it is up in the tree. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose. So here he is taking off his shoe and throwing it. And that got stuck too. You can see it here in the picture. One of his shoes is stuck. So he threw his other shoe to knock down his favorite one, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. So here it is flying up towards the tree. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch, which is his cat. Let's see if he throws his cat into the tree. Uh-oh. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. So if you look closely, you can see the cat stuck in the tree. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this all out once and for all. I wonder if he's going to climb the ladder and get the things out. And up he threw it. He threw it into the tree. I'm sure you can guess what happened. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. So he's throwing paint to get the ladder down. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried, this is where it gets silly. Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink. I think all these things are getting stuck in the tree. The family car to knock down the front door. So back here is the tree, and if you look closely, all of that stuff is sticking. Let's see. The milkman to knock down the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. A small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros, a house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck. Let's see what he tries next. A lighthouse to knock down the house, no longer across the street. A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. Let's see what else he can throw into the tree. And they all got stuck. Here's the tree. A fire engine was passing and heard the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all, and up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he would be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. Think about what he could maybe do with that saw. He lined it up as best he could, Looks like he's going to cut it down, but look. And hurled it into the tree. Instead of cutting down the tree, he threw the saw into the tree. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. So he got his kite back and he started flying it. That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. And outside his window, you can just barely see the tree. And if you look carefully, you can see different things that he threw up there. He forgot all about them once he got his kite back. And then on the last page, here's a good picture of the tree. And one of the firemen is saying, "Hang on there, lads, I've got a great idea." But the book doesn't tell us how they get unstuck. Okay, so for writing today, I want you to imagine that something is stuck in a tree. So you're going to start with an empty space and then write "is stuck." Remember that is not a tricky word because the S can make the Z sound. So something is stuck. And then draw me a tree and draw me something stuck. So here's what I drew. And I wrote remember that even though it's an A, it makes the sound. Car, R, is stuck. And then I drew a car up there. Okay, so start with this. Leave an empty space, is stuck, and then draw me something stuck in a tree. Okay, and then you can show it to me next time you see me on video. Okay, bye.